We have a very special guest here today, good friend of the program, Dame Digital. Dame, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Dame is an entrepreneur. He makes luxury handbags, duffel bags, wallets. He's made this jacket, all types of shit, man. Dame, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Again, thanks for having me, man. It's just, I'm so proud of you, bro.
You proud of me?
Proud of you, man. I'm proud of anybody who can commit to something and like truly dedicate themselves to it. Like that's tough. Yeah. Like to really just be like every day on this day, I'm doing this. Like,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Now to these guys. These guys are a big part of here, and this guy runs the show. So
this is dope.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, man. Like life has been like a roller coaster the last few years, man. Just doing everything that we've been doing, transitioning from clothes into like leather goods and pandemic and all that other nonsense. But like I'm grateful, super grateful.
Yeah.
Like not too many people get to be in my position as far as just being able to be their own boss. Like wake up and then take 3 steps and then you're in your workspace.
Why did you decide to start your own business?
Because I got tired of white folks telling me what to do.
Damn.
If I'm being honest. Like,
damn.
Like, I don't even think it would be as tough for me to stay in the workforce if all my bosses was black, but I don't remember a black boss ever. So, like, all right.
See you guys later.
I've never had a black boss.
Yeah, think about that.
Oh, Kobe.
Yep. It's like, yeah.
Shout out to Kobe.
Like
Shout out Kobe.
A black manager or like someone who's like, like I answer to people in regional. Like there's a difference in between like, oh, you're the shift manager and then having someone be like no,
regional
no.
manager.
I tell you what to do. Like I have overall say in this story. Like I don't know too many of those that look like us. So I mean, maybe 1 or 2 that look like you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, not us.
I like it.
Bye.
Dude, so you made that jacket.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
Well, Tito's small, so like 3 minutes. No.
Dave's just coming for all of us.
Coming in hot.
Nah, it's all love. No. Shoot, I think that jacket might have took me like 7 hours or something like that.
7 hours.
Yeah. And
like in one go, or like you split it up?
That was all in one sitting.
And what, like, if you mess up, where do you go?
I mean,
is it fixable?
So with that jacket was actually supposed to be mine. Yeah. And then he was like, I want a jacket. And then I was like, damn it. Like he literally hit me up about it while I was already making it. Yeah. So like, and it was going to be on me. And I'm like, I mean, I don't got too many customers. At the time, like I didn't have a lot. I really wasn't busting like that. So by the time, so when he hit me, I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just gave it to him. It was heartbreaking to see it leave, but because it was definitely
this jacket.
It was
going into some good hands at least.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have gave it to just anybody, but because he hit me up and he was like very, very serious about getting that jacket, I'm like, all right, I'm doing it. But that was definitely supposed to be part of my repertoire. I got some LeBrons that went with that jacket and everything. Like I already had the outfit picked. Like I was good.
So why you ain't just make another one?
Because they ran out of that material. I couldn't find.
So that's a one of one.
It's one of two. It's one of two.
Okay.
So I made the original one is on a friend of ours, Yusuf Burgos.
Shout out Yusuf.
He runs the
We're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on soon.
Yeah. So he has the original version of that jacket. And then I was like, it's just one of those things where you make some shit and you're like, yo, I like this so much, I gotta have one for myself. Yeah. And then I did it, and then literally in the middle of making it, he hits me up like, yo, I need that jacket. And I'm like, fuck. So, super dope. But yeah,
what fabric is it?
That is brocade, so it's like a satin, but like the designs that go into it is the style is like a jacquard style, but it is brocade. So like think dresses like ball gown dress.
Okay.
Like the thick, heavier, satiny feel.
Like the stuff that's like usually underneath the dress.
No, that's on top. That's on top.
Like
think
Tim
heavy
Allen,
prom dress, like a prom dress.
Santa
Okay,
Claus.
yeah.
Remember the pajamas he had on in Santa Claus? Like
No, that's
silk?
soft. That's soft. That's what's in the inside of your jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Tito, if you were to describe that material, feeling it right now.
It's quite elegant. The way that the fabric lays on my body sets itself apart from the others. So I'm like getting choked up talking about it. But yeah, man, how do you know all these fabrics? Like, do you go to school to like study all these type of different fabrics and like?
No.
You don't? You just
No.
YouTube University?
You like it. It didn't even start. All right. So here's what happened. Right. So I got into clothes. I was just doing graphics and stuff like that. And, like I used to be a studio engineer, but I was working in this this full marketing firm. Right. So they offered like studio engineering. They offered photography, video, screen printing, and all this other stuff or whatever. And then like the other cats that would come in there had different job titles because I was just an engineer and I was a producer at the time. And then Polo Kerber.
Shout out Polo.
Yeah, shout out Polo. Polo Kerber was like, yo, look at the work I was doing. And I was like, yo, how do I do that? And then he taught me how to do like Photoshop in like 2 hours. And I just was like, I'm doing this. Like I didn't even know Photoshop was a thing at the time. And then I just was like doing graphic tees. And then like graphic tees got boring to me because like, ADHD, you get bored of some shit and you just want to jump to something else.
Yep.
And then I was producing the line though, and then I was just like, yo, stuff isn't moving. I'm just making t-shirts. I'm like falling in line with everybody else. I'm like, so what can I do or whatever? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just like, I gotta like, the phrase that I use is like, I gotta redefine the lines. Meaning like move where the seams are. You know what I'm saying? Move the stitches. Like, so where can you do that at? Cause how many ways can you, flip flop a fucking t-shirt, So I was just like, all right, so I need to do this. So I created the parka that Castro's wearing on digitally or whatever. I created that joint digitally, and then I showed my boy. He was like, yeah, so who gonna pay for that sample to get it done overseas? And I was like, and this is before I had any knowledge of a sewing machine. And I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be a penny, right? So I was like just sitting on it. I went to bed, and then I think I woke up at like 3 a.m. and was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this shit myself. And I just went to Walmart at 3 a.m., grabbed a sewing machine.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, and then like the first thing I made was that parka, but like a real rough version of it. It had like a bunch of black parkas.
Michael.
Yeah.
Come over here to the camera real quick.
Yeah.
You go
Step
model
right
for
in
the
front of
boys
table.
real quick.
Quick little pose. Hey.
Mike, come right here.
Just
Yep.
there you go.
So like I made that or whatever, but I originally made it in black.
In the front. There you go.
Good. Get a good view.
Bow
of it.
down a little, bow down a
Give a
little
jail
bit. Give it
pose.
like
Give a little jail pose.
Do a little spin.
Nah, come on. Do a jail pose.
because you can't see the top.
I can send you,
Let's do a jail pose.
some pictures of what it looked like. I'll send you some pictures that you can use as an insert. So
Bad knees,
you know, mega knees,
tight ass pants.
Horrible model. I'll tell you that one.
trash. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. So I made that joint, and then I just kind of like just was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna keep learning, and keep doing my own R&D, and we had sent out the design, sent out the sample to the folks that we needed to make the shit that made it. They sent it back. I like what we got, and then here we are. But the issue was like the jacket was doing cool, but people was like, "Oh, that jacket's real sweet," but like, what else can you do, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know, like just shrugged my shoulders. I don't know. So I just was like, I got other options that I was gonna like try to jump into. So I was like, let me try some hoodies. Let me try some just some bomber jackets or some shit. Just because like I just didn't have anything to wear for myself. So I was just everything I was originally making was to fit myself, and then as I was making it on like Instagram when it was coming out or whatever, it was really getting big. But like Facebook really carried me for a while. Like people were buying my stuff as I was in the process of making it. So I was like, oh, I got something happening right now. So I just got excited about that. And then, just just kept just trying stuff, like just going back and forth to like Joann's and Michael's. And then I was like, well, I don't like the fabric here. It's getting boring. And then I went on to like, just finding like just typing in fabric stores on Google, like going to New York City, going to the fashion district, going to LA, going to that district over there, like the garment districts and stuff like that, and just going and just asking questions and just talking to folks who didn't speak good English and trying to tell me like, yo, you get this, and I'm like, I don't like that. So just working at it, and next thing I know, I was like, I think COVID hit after I had made like I had started doing fur hoodies or whatever, and then COVID hit, and then it got pretty ugly. And then we pivoted into doing masks. So we was making masks. Right. So looking at my girl, I'm like, all right, we gonna do these masks, and then I'm like, but I want people to make sure like, we're not like doing fearmonger sales and all that other nonsense. So we donated like 10% of all our profits and stuff like that.
Nice.
To everything that we made. I think in total we probably grossed like 10 bands off of just straight masks. Like I was doing like 100 masks a day.
Yeah, masks were moving.
Like I was.
This is the COVID time.
Yeah, this is COVID, peak COVID. Like as it was ramping up, like as I started to see it ramping up, I'm like, I was having conversations in a group chat with my bros, and I was like, hey, y'all, out of every, disaster, like worldly situation, right? Like worldly disaster that happens, I'm like, somebody comes out on top. And I'm like, I refuse to see the opportunity and not seize the opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I just was like, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to stop doing clothes because ain't nobody going nowhere. Make these masks, get this bread, donate what I can just to pay the bills. And then as once we made like $2-3 grand in like a week or something like that, like it got nuts for a second. And I was just like, I'm not going back to work. I'm not dealing with these folks. I'm not taking orders. I'm just gonna do this. And COVID died down, and as it was dying down, I was like, I need, like, my hands got bored, right? So I was like, I gotta find something else to do. And then I was like, yo, like I wanted a book bag. I think the Christopher book bag from LV had just dropped or something like that. Like it was.
Is that what? Like, was that Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, like it's the Christopher. I think that's what it's called. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But I was like, I want that bag. I ain't got that type of money, right? So what can we do about it? So I was like, make that shit. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about leather. Nothing. Like I was just blank-minded on it.
That shit's expensive, right? Leather? It's gotta
just
be expensive.
about like, it depends what you get. Like,
have you made anything with pleather?
Leather, yeah.
With pleather?
Pleather.
I tried and it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what made me, because like the original bag, I made it out of pleather or whatever, and then that's what made me be like, yo, this is poop. Like, what could I do better? Where is better? What does better look like, and how do you achieve it? That's when YouTube University came out, and then I was just digging, like finding a bunch of nonsense, and I just was buying leather. I looked up like the local leather store. I didn't like the one that we had.
There's
here.
A local leather store?
Yeah, it's I think it's called Joanne Steffens or something like that. And
like you said, Joanne Steffens?
Or just Steffens something. I can't remember. I never went there. I was just like, I'm not like I was asking other people who knew about it because they were doing sneakers and stuff like that. And I wanted to learn how to make shoes for the longest. Shout out to Hey Man. Because he was going to teach me at the time before he had dipped off to LA. But long story short, found myself in Syracuse at this other leather store where they had, like, it was like full-fledged leather store, whatever. I'm buying everything. I'm like, oh, this leather is cheap. It was like $50-$60, like, but I'm not knowing.
For how much? Like, what is that?
Like 24 square feet. So, okay. Like, it would double this table. You know what I'm saying? Like the height or whatever. But not knowing that I was getting like trash leather anyway still. So just kept on doing the research, bro. And then I made a wallet, and then next thing I know, I found myself on making this book bag that I carry with me every day.
Let me see the book bag?
Yeah, show that to the people.
Yeah, let me see that shit.
So this bag is called the Autobahn.
The Autobahn.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Shit's flat.
Need a bag like that for the trip.
Tell the people about it.
So That bag is made out of full veg tan leather.
Is there money in it?
No, I got my
Shit's heavy as shit, bro.
I got my color book. I got my color swatch book in there.
That's dope. You got the logo, the
Logo on the back.
the logo on the back. Damn.
Yeah, and then like that bag is
shit's
100% handmade. Like no machine touched that bag.
Really?
Yeah, I hand stitch everything. Every piece that comes out of my shop, I hand stitch myself.
Yeah, that shit's sweet as hell, man.
So how long did that bag take?
That bag took.
Probably over time. It looks like it's a passion project right there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So that bag took me like 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
So, and I didn't know anything. I didn't
That
know
shit was
nothing I
heavy as
doing.
hell.
Well, I got like my iPad in there, and then I also got like my color swatch book and shit like that.
Oh, nice.
Cause yeah, I'm always ready to sell. I learned that lesson just going to like house parties and stuff like that. Like people was like, "Hey, we got this get together over the summer or whatever," and I'm like, "I'm just gonna bring the book and just talk about it, just to see what happened." And that's literally how everything started to like come to be. So it was just like I showed one couple, and like the lady was like, "I want 2 of these bags," and I was like, "For real?" You know what I'm saying? Like shocked. And she was like, "How much?" And then I'm like learning prices. I didn't even have a price for nothing that I was doing at the time. And I just shouted out a number, and she was like, "All right, bet." Drop cash right then and there at the party. And she was like, "Let me know when I can get my bags." And I was like, "Oh shoot, like this is real."
That's when the clock starts.
Yeah, the clock started, and then we made the bag or whatever, and then I started to do like a couple of passion projects. Like I was making something for my shorty, and then as I was making it, somebody hit me up online and was like, "Hey, I like what you're making right now. You think I could get that?" And I'm like, I had to break this down to my girl. I'm like, "Listen, somebody want this bag. Rent is due. Like, do you mind?" And she was like, "Yeah, do that shit." And it was a bucket bag that we had made. Then I thought it was over, and then shorty was like, "Yeah, so I need you to deliver it. I want you to deliver it to me." And I hand delivered her her bucket bag in Chicago. She flew me out to Chicago to give her bag in person.
Bro,
She paid for your flight?
She paid for flight. She
That's
paid for
dope.
room and board. She was like,
What kind of fucking leather is this, bro?
Yo, it's like it's not. I don't even think it's the fact that it was the leather. When I was talking to her, she was a super dope lady. She was from Oakland, and but she lived in the Go, and
Lived in the Go. That's good. I like that. Shout out to
there.
Go.
She lived out there or whatever, and she was like, "I don't see too many people that look like you who do what you do, and I want to meet you in person. I want to meet the maker of my bag." And then that idea of that conversation that I had with her is pretty much what stuck with me and was like part of like my brand identity going forward. I'm like, "Yo, meet your makers." You know what I'm saying? Like how many times have y'all bought an article, a clothing, a bag, a wallet, and you don't know who made that model? You know what I'm saying? They say made in China on there somewhere, but you know what I'm saying? You don't know May Pang from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you could. But like the idea of being able to buy something, spend your bread, and then shake the hand of the man who made it. Like, what's that though? What that feel like? You know what I'm saying? Be able to like, yo, talk to me about what it is that I'm purchasing here. So she flew me out. Then her dude ended up seeing her bag, and then I ended up coming back out there, and I hand delivered his bag to him as well.
Duffel bag?
It was a duffel, and
Why did I say it like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and so like he was from the town actually. So he wanted like Hutch Tech on there. He wanted some Wu Tang
Nice.
signs.
I think I remember you posting that.
Yeah, I'm actually right now as like before I came here. He sent me that bag recently, and I'm doing a refurbish on that bag right now. So like I'm like, yo, like this, like I was asking him like, yo, like how did you ruin this bag? He was like, it's been around the world literally. So like I got pieces that's been in Mexico. I got pieces that's in Rome right now, or whatever. Like I just find it to be crazy that like people are buying something from me, and they're taking it with them. Like I know that it's like a dub, but like essentially what I tell everyone, I'm like, yo, those is like literal pennies for my thoughts. Like I thought of something, I presented it, and then you liked it what I thought of so much that you're gonna give me an exorbitant amount of money for it. Like that blows my mind. Like so when I see stuff like you bought that jacket, and I'm like, I'm just happy as shit to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he said like I don't want to know where you can take it back. You know how fast I take that jacket off your back, boy.
Mine, bro. Ain't getting this shit back.
Like so.
Dang,
yeah.
when did you know? Was it after that first parka jacket? Was it before you made that parka jacket?
When did I know that this was all supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
I want to say I knew after the duffel bag that when I went back to Chicago to deliver the second one.
That's when you know.
Yeah, because I was like.
I mean, you've always been into fashion, so right.
Sort of, kind of. So in high school, I couldn't dress. Like I dressed like a bum. I didn't have any clothes. Didn't have no money. Like I didn't have shit. Like I was just like bare minimum. I was working at Finish Line or whatever.
That's a lit job in high school.
Oh yeah, I mean like I was pushing more sneakers than I was like actually wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just using my, like I had like a common shoe size, so I'm like I'm pushing 9s, 10s, and 11s. You know what I'm saying? Like just holding shoes and then clipping the discount. You know what I'm saying? And keeping the 30% and putting it in my pocket plus whatever I was charging on top of that. So. Because like when new J's would drop, they like remember we like before the raffle nonsense, you used to have to stand in line, first come first serve, right? So the mall will open up at like 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? The mall generally don't open till 10 or whatever, and then people would be outside lined up, and I would work those shifts. I'd take the fucking J's from one side of the store in the back and put them joints, tuck them joints like behind the Cortezes somewhere, because ain't nobody coming for that. Or whatever, and then the people who I was holding kicks for come through about 12, and then they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already like you know what I'm saying, like, and then they give me what I'm looking for on the back end. So it was easy. That's how I was making.
It's still happening to
Danny,
Danny's having a rough
you've been
time.
fighting this mic
You're not
whole time, and you getting your ass whipped, bro. What's going on?
Bro, that shit had
tipping over
me
every time I
cracking up early.
he was breathing so hard into that shit.
hard.
That was what I was telling him last episode. I was wondering what you were
And
doing.
that too. So like every time I smoke and hit the blunt, I try to like push the mic away so it doesn't sound like I'm breathing into the mic. So every time I move it, it's like a.
Just sitting there, you're breathing into the mic.
Now tell me what y'all said.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
Get well, Hamlin.
There it is.
What you say?
He pressing bird.
Go sit down
Yo,
somewhere.
you pressing people? Yo, have y'all ever seen Tito press a man over his football? This the wildest shit ever. like, yo, give me my ball, like right now. Like he's ready. I'm like shit has happened in a real football game, and Tito let that shit slide. Let somebody try to walk off with Tito ball. Like you trying to walk me from my ball?
I tell him every time my shit's real leather.
Tito's football is precious to him.
A lot of touchdowns with that football.
I did, man. It's precious.
That's back when I
Them
used
leather
to get the
footballs
touchdown.
are expensive as shit too.
Yo,
man.
them drinks go for like $150 right now.
Do you still have it?
To a deuce.
Yeah, man. The real, like the actual leather footballs that like
Yeah.
college and NFL use, bro. Shit's hurt. Miga got it for me for Christmas. Shout out
Yeah,
Miga.
they even more expensive now though. Like especially like if you want like the gold emblem NFL balls, and drinks go for like
I had
a deuce.
the-
I made a wallet out of one of them drinks once. So I'm
Can
like,
you make a football?
can I? Yeah, I'm very capable.
You should make a football, bro.
Yo, have you ever made like some
was
for
just
any
thinking
football
that, too.
players?
Oh, my track record with ball players is pretty decent. So the first celebrity to ever wear anything I've ever made was Logan Paul.
Ooh.
So I went to
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan.
yeah. So I went to Jarvis Landry has
Travis Landry.
You are name dropping.
I know.
but this is how I get this is the story.
No, I
So-
believe it. No,
intrigued.
yeah, my bad.
So
my
the
bad.
story goes, so I was hired to go shoot drone footage for Jarvis Landry's celebrity softball game. He does it every year, right? He does it in Cleveland, especially when he was playing in Cleveland. And we went out, we did that, but it was raining, so I couldn't fly the drone. So I'm like, all right, well, I still brought my DSLR and I'm just shooting. And before I know it, like I'm standing next to Logan, like he's like signing autographs, waving and stuff like that, and he stops me. He was like, "I love that jacket, bro." I was like, "Yeah, I made it myself." He was like, "No shit," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Can I get one?" I'm like, "Yes." motherfucker, duh. Yeah,
Nah,
dog.
man. I
Yo,
don't
he
fuck
gave
with
me
you.
he gave me the phone number and the Addy right then and there. I'm like, no one man should have all this power. Like, this is crazy.
You
Like,
still got his number?
yes.
Is it like a burner phone number, or is it like?
He's responded to me on several occasions. Like, I would just out of nowhere, but like,
What
hey,
if we tried calling him?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Like, I'd be cool with just
Dude,
a voicemail.
I kept climaxing. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Nah,
We at least send them a text message.
You gotta shoot your shot.
nah.
My
This-
boys
this-
on the pod, and
You gotta start off by saying though that he's on a podcast
Yeah, nah. Like,
that has a tenth of the. Oh shit,
yeah. He the homie, man. Like,
That's
it was,
super dope.
it was.
that is crazy. And he wore. You gotta. Does he have a picture?
I don't know. I just
With
know
it?
he wanted it, and I made it for him. I hand delivered it to him, and he like threw it on real quick, and like, but it was like a real brief transaction. Like, it was super brief. Like, I think I caught him in between doing something. It was super fast, and I'm dumb. I'm not thinking. I'm just excited to be in the Big Ten house or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, like, this is happening.
Should
We're
have taken
here.
a picture, man.
It never crossed
Should have
my
had Joe
mind.
with you. If Joe was with you, I swear to God, you would have had 9 pictures.
Mind you,
Joe would have took off with him and left.
so with that, right? So like, I did that, and then I was able to my boy Polo again. He so when you talk about a friend, bro, like, Polo is a friend, like a real friend. Like,
I gotta get Polo on the pod, man. I know he's doing his own thing.
listen, if you can get him to come to Buffalo, you have magical powers.
Yeah, I know it'd be tough.
Yeah, it would be tough.
He played on the football team.
He's the one that's in LA.
No,
mentioned
he's
Houston.
in Houston.
Oh,
He's in
Houston.
Houston. He actually led Team No Name like several seasons in interceptions, and I'm like, you're still a bum. Like,
Playing safety.
yeah, he's not the fastest. He's not the most athletic. Yeah, I'm talking
Cool as hell.
big shit, nigga.
Cool as hell. Shout out Polo. I love Polo.
Yeah, I love him, but like, we play Call of Duty every night together.
Man, I gotta hit up. I gotta
Yeah.
hit y'all up. I'm sorry.
So, but yeah,
I got this. The thing is, it's just I have a crew, man. We have a.
we have a
It's like a solid crew that we.
no,
play
we
together.
got the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have your crew.
and you don't let new people in unless somebody is like, oh, I can't play tonight, and then you
Yeah.
like, let me see what I can
And
pull.
we play with random guys named Aiden that are like 7 years old.
Yeah, that was.
It's probably nice.
No, he wasn't that
Yeah,
good. He wasn't that good, but he was. He was
Oh,
a
he
good
must have
sport.
just-
He had an attitude.
Yeah.
Because I was like, state your name, soldier. He was like, it's Aiden. It says it right there. And I was just like, we're
Oh shit!
off to a good start here.
He tried to like be like Stone Mountain. Just
Yeah, I was trying to be like,
friendly.
yeah.
yeah. Shout out Stone.
Shout out Stone Mountain. Shout out Polo. He's doing good
Yeah,
things.
shout out-
Playmakers. Shout out
Aiden.
playmakers. And shout out Aiden.
So yeah, like I always like when I said like a good friend is like somebody who mentions you in a room full of money and he doesn't have to, right? So whenever the opportunity came for me to make $1, like he's on a jack with me, like yo, I got you know what I'm saying, Shady on the line right now. What you trying to do? And I'm like, I got a jacket right now. I don't even know if this man can fit it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like threw something together and like just dropped it off and then just hope like it worked out. And then we did that a few times. So like CJ Moore, we had Devin Funches, fucking like a lot of Panthers players, a few Eagles players. I know the McCourty twins got my jackets. I made Nate Robinson one. And like that whole trip when we made, because like I got to hand deliver Nate's joints or whatever, and that was wild. Like that was
He's short as shit, right?
Nate is like a little bit taller than us, like not much. Yeah, like
And we like 6 feet, right? So like 6 feet.
Yeah, we like 6'2",
So
6'2.5".
so he's about 6'1", which is crazy because it says like 5'9", and you can't believe the internet. Though,
Yo,
man.
nah.
Hell nah, they
I
be
don't never
lying.
believe Wikipedia.
Can't do it.
Anyway, but
Like to see you like to see like these boys play like in like person like street ball. like we would never stand a chance.
Oh no, yeah.
It is
The third stringers, that don't play it down, and on the practice squad
And
will
then-
come to the fucking
At some point in their life, they were the best in the fucking state.
right.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, they were the best on their team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
whatever
like,
level they were at.
to see, but then to see these boys like multiple ball players like just like in like regular clothes going at it, and like on the outside it's like, oh, that look like regular ball, right? And then you put like a regular dude in there, and then like the game looks completely different. Like, oh, like then because at one point everybody's like level because all NBA, and then you see like a regular Joe walk on the court, and you're like, oh no, like nobody can do this. Like that's why y'all get paid this much, because not a lot of people could do what y'all do on the level that you do it on. So I'm like, that makes sense. Cause and like they was like, yo, you want ball? I'm like, nah, I play football, bro, and I play basketball like a football player, so nah, I'm good. So
This conversation went to you becoming like a pro athlete. Like, what happened here?
nah, man, it was like so
kidding.
because when you out there with these dudes, like how they get busy is like they're all kids, like just like they want to just fuck around. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
You ever made a jacket for this guy right here?
nah, man. I got the supply. Like the closest I've gotten to making something for Josh was like I gave somebody else some white thread to make him a piece. So I mean, my thread is on Josh Allen somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like at least in his closet, I guess. That's as close as I've gotten. You know. Other than that, I mean, like my list of players that I've been able to work with or whatever, it's a pretty dope list. But you know, I'm grateful for all my opportunities at the end of the day, because it's like how many people get to have this, like your best friend is like managers of these people, because that's how it all happened. You know what I'm saying? Like my manager's like, I mean, their manager is one of my best friends, and like I get to talk to this dude every day, all day about just whatever comes to mind, and I utilize it to the best of my advantage without being like overstepping. But shit, like I think the next step after this though is to just start to like really build more solid relationships with those guys, but like more so like I'm like, it's cool to get like your pieces on important
got a website?
people. Huh?
You got a website?
Yeah.
What's the website?
Shit. Oh.
Damn, bro, you gotta remember your website.
Because I get it confused with my email. I was about to tell you my email. It is dameav.com. Boom.
DameAv.com.
Yeah, dameav.
Av.com.
You got Ave in your website name?
Av, not Ave.
I'm saying that says Ave.
That says Av.
It does say Av.
It might hurt your sales.
Look, yo. So I wanted to just use my name. I wanted to just use my name, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna put Dame in there. Just see Dame.com. And I was like, yeah, this is taken. I was like, who the fuck got this? It's a fucking sex website. They just sell like feminine toys.
They didn't
and
get
shit.
your permission for that shit?
No, I was hot. That was just.
That could have been you, man.
It could have been. And they
You
probably
could have been
had.
selling leather type stuff.
All right, you on another level.
No?
You on another level. Yeah.
right.
Nah, man. You can keep that. I mean, you want to tell us something about yourself?
No, nope. I ain't. I'm good. I was just saying, if you went that route,
I
if
mean,
it
you
was-
subbed out.
you would have been good, man. I'm proud of you.
That's what you are. I appreciate it. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, just killed my train of thought.
Oh shit.
It's all good. But
What?
The next step. I think that's what
Go ahead, Joe.
I think that's what you're talking about.
oh
The
yeah,
next
so
step,
yeah,
like-
next step is like trying to build a community of not just like of like clientele, but like I've been real big into teaching. I've achieved to be able to have an apprentice. I can teach people. But like now I want to teach people about the products that they buy. I want people to be more aware of what it is that they're putting their money into, because they like, you know, like the bag game is like being convoluted with like the terms of vegan leather, which is literally just plastic. It's all just faux leather. Like it doesn't burn right. You know what I'm
Leather's
saying?
like from a cow, right?
Yeah, leather is from an animal, period. So like you can like have ostrich leather, fish leather. You could get,
What's the most expensive?
horse. Yeah, so
Really?
like there's a like they generally make like high end like dress shoes out of it called shell cordovan, right? So like for a panel of shell cordovan, which is like smaller than half this table, is like $300. You know what I'm saying? Like so like just for that little piece of leather,
Can you make a shoe with that little piece?
you need multiple pieces. So that's why those shoes
Just to make a shoe?
What the fuck does that shoe cost?
those shoes be going for like $3,000 sometimes, bro.
Wow.
You know, like if and
On
then
a horse leather?
just
What
just
about
that
gators,
version.
like Ric Flair,
Gator
like-
gets expensive for like there's people who so I take that back. It depends. You know what? I take that back because I've seen Gator go for like $5,000. I've seen Gator go for like $5,000.
Why is it? What makes it expensive? Especially something like Gator, something that's like something abundant. So much Gators.
The tanning process, and not everybody can do it. So and then like the type of tanning that they do to it, right? So whether
Tanning, like just coloring it? Like, what do you mean?
coloring, treating, like where they like stuff it with like oils and different types of like fats and stuff like that, so it can
Sheesh.
keep its body. So like, and then you still got to pay for like the cost of transportation and you paying retail if you're not getting it directly from the tannery. So I mean,
Tannery.
yeah.
A tannery.
That's a term.
Yeah,
a new one.
tannery
It's a new
is where they literally make the leather and then like you put it on a belt. They like you put it in type of like these special type of like wash machines or drums or whatever. And they tumble the leather and like they treat it, and that's how you get your different versions of colors and styles. Where you get the smooth leather or you get like pebble grain, or that's the difference between like fucking Epsom and box leather. You know what I'm saying? Like these are just different types of leather. And they come in different. They come in different price ranges depending on like where you're getting it from and the quality of it, because you can get like A grade, B, and then C grade leather, and then there's another leather called like craft, and then you get like genuine leather, which is generally what like a lot of people get their belts made out of, or whatever. Like, yeah, this is genuine leather. I'm like, that doesn't make it good, so like yeah, genuine leather.
I thought I was doing so good for
Yeah, nah, y'all could be wearing like fuck.
God damn it.
Yeah, like genuine leather.
Showing off your
isn't
belt
the
and show,
best.
yo, this shit is genuine leather,
I
man.
bet
G.
the fuck it is.
Word.
So like, because in some cases, genuine leather can be like pretty much put together like in what we call bonded leather, where it's literally just like
Bonded leather. That doesn't sound good.
no. Think of like bonded leather is the plywood of leather.
That makes it sound even worse.
Yeah. So, but like it has its function as far as like being able to like add body to a bag. Get that like that nice stiff like rigid structured bag. So like it's good for that. So like, but yeah, as far as like the expensive pieces and stuff like that, like I haven't gotten too deep into Gator just because I haven't had anyone ever ask for it, because like a lot of my business is made to order, right? So you like when let's say you wanted a bag, right? So what we would do is like, especially if it's not something that we already have on hand, you want something like really like that's yours. We set a date. We let you know ahead of time, like, yo, please be prepared to spend X amount of dollars or whatever. So like I think the minimum to walk in our door is like $500. And then how we do it from there is like you come into the shop or whatever, you get greeted with champagne, you get a charcuterie board, you sit down, got the lo-fi beats in the background, and you know what I'm saying, like we try to give you like a real experience of being able to put together your bag, right? So like this like they give you like a light version of this, and depending on who you are when you walk in an LV store or whatever. But I'm like my thought process was like I shouldn't be pocket watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to treat everybody who come in my door like they're a superstar, as opposed to these other big box brands who like they look at you and like I don't know if you can afford us. And like what I'm saying, there's been instances like you can go on the internet where you can see like people in those bigger name stores being like well our cheaper products are here. Like don't you dare offer me cheaper. You don't know what I got in my pocket. So I don't do that to folks. Like I let them feel special right at the gate. Like you are very important when you come through here, and then we pretty much kick it to you. We give you like the story of the brand, the mission, and pretty much like just try to educate you on what it is that you're getting into. like I said earlier, like a lot of folks buy stuff and they don't know what they got, right? So like I just learned that genuine leather isn't the best situation to have, right? Like as far as like your sneakers and stuff like that, that's definitely a higher grade leather. Generally it comes out of like a AB type of hide, which is great. That's what you want. They generally don't do veg tan. They do a chrome tan for the most part, meaning your shoes look brand new your leather on your shoes look brand new forever. Like a veg tan bag ages like veg tan leather ages like that wallet, right? You ever get like a brand new wallet, it's like brown, and then in 6 months to a year later that joint's like dark, you know what I'm saying? That's veg tan leather. That's a good leather. So like I try to make a lot of things that I own out of that.
Rate the wallet.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that dad wallet.
Let's give him 2 wallets.
Get the wallets out. We're gonna try and grade this leather real quick.
I don't have any leather in my wallet.
Look at these dad wallets. Look at these.
Show off my wallet.
How many of those cards do y'all actually use?
My wallet.
I use them.
Nah, I call BS.
I do.
I call BS.
I don't know. This leather. I just don't know what kind of leather it is.
I'm telling you right now, that's not leather.
Oh God.
Damn. Damn, T. Might as well throw it out.
Hold on, I'll tell you right quick. Hold on, let me see. I need to get my
I
flashlight.
feel like it's gonna get the diamond.
I thought
The fuck is this?
Oh God.
Hey, yo.
That's not good.
Let me see. I'll tell you. Nah, I don't think this is. Nah, this is leather. Yeah, you're good. That's not leather, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like
No, Joe.
Put my shit
Toss
back in
it.
my pocket.
So you see how how it's like it darkens up because this is called patina, right? So real leather patinas. This is also how they actually verify like luxury brand bags. They look for patina in certain spots and stuff like that. And then even after you see it's like it's peeling up, like the surface layer is peeling up, and that's cool. But that's how I was able to look at yours and I saw that peel and I'm like, oh, this isn't the right color to be up under here. So I know for a fact you got a pleather wallet.
We just gotta keep dogging my wallet.
Yeah, that wallet is I'm just saying, you've known me for years and you know what I've been doing and you never once thought like, yo, I should,
Someone's getting a phone call after this show.
But yeah, this is definitely a leather wallet.
Daymad.com.
This is definitely leather. You definitely got you a decent piece, but I mean, like this is thick, my boy. That's thick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. I'm mad. I'm over here verifying.
All of us.
Let's see.
I don't know. It's all
I'll
right.
tell you.
That's definitely not leather.
I can tell you in a hot second. I don't want to.
I don't see the darkness. The dark.
Yeah, but on chrome tan leather, chrome tan doesn't turn color.
I just bought it because it was cheap.
Yeah, it
Whatever
is.
cash that's in there, just
I mean,
slide it to the-
I mean, you asked for this. I think. Hold on. I'm trying to just see the
wallet can stay
underside.
right here.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me see. No, I think
suspense is killing me.
Nah, this is fake. This is not real leather. This is faux leather. But I mean,
Faux leather?
yeah.
So that's not pleather. Pleather's worse than
Leather
that?
is faux leather. It's the same.
FEAX, right?
F
faux like French for fake or something.
Yeah. So it looks like fox. That's when you read it.
Fox, yeah.
But I mean, shout out. Like I like the carbon fiber on the outside. That's pretty cool. So that's dope.
yeah,
it's still
your shit ain't dope.
Ain't nothing
Tito.
cool about my wallet.
Nah, man. I'm so sad about your wallet. So this is one of the pieces that I make. This is definitely leather. Even when you open it up on the out and the inside, like you can go through that. Like I'm very minimalist. I don't carry a bunch of stuff like that. That's 100% veg. So that's just like my everyday carry. I like simple stuff or whatever. Like I make more complicated pieces than that, but like that's my everyday all day.
That's sweet.
I actually sell that wallet the most because when people ask like, well, what about
How much do those go for?
$100?
$100?
$100. Yep. And then but yeah, full veg tan leather, and then all my products that I make, especially if I make it myself handmade, there's a lifetime warranty on it. So if something goes wrong with that, I fix it immediately. Right, and unless it's not like as long as it's like maker's error.
If it was their fault. If
it's their fault, then like I gotta I charge for that. Yeah. But like if it's maker's error, I fix it myself. Yeah, and I fix it for free. So like everything I do has a lifetime warranty on that shit. Hence why I'm charging for the refurbishment that I'm doing right now. Cause I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, hey, like tell me what happened, and then he was like, oh nah, man, I was acting crazy. Like I was like, okay, cool. So it's gonna cost X amount of dollars, and I'll see you when I see you. And actually, I'm gonna be headed to Chicago next week. Next 2 weeks. So I'll be hand delivering his bag back to him.
Everything you make is on the website, like all the and setting up that sit down to.
So the sit down is generally is like there's a window on there for you to like send me an email. Or whatever, and then like you can schedule it or something like that. And I mean, but most people who come in for sit downs and stuff like that, like they generally hit me on like Instagram or something like that, or Facebook, and then like it's all been word of mouth. Like we just posted our very first actual ad for our flagship purse, the Regatta. That was our first ad ever on the 29th of November, and then. But everything else that we've been doing prior to that, mind you, I guess I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job in 2.5 years. So it's just been straight word of mouth. People just coming through, like hearing about
order.
us. Yeah. So we try to like give like these experiences, and then we ask them. I'm like, yo, like, what do you think about this? So I'm like, be blunt. Like I prefer it that way. I'm like, is there something that we can improve? What can we do? I'm like even if you don't like the champagne choice, you know what I'm saying? Like what's a better version of this that we could get?
Bud Light Platinum.
Yeah. All right. If that's what you want, I'll have it there.
I'm just saying.
I'll have it there. I definitely have it there.
Things would be a lot better.
So but yeah, we try to just give like these great experiences when you walk through our doors and stuff like that. I think one of my next missions though, after doing leather education, is just try to like you do some type of unity in the community when it comes to some type of unity in the fashion world, because like a lot of us don't like talk to each other, like or either we're cordial but like we don't function like together. Like yo, let's like have you ever seen like two local brands do like a collab, like a Kith and LV type or LV and Supreme or whatever, or like if the Buffalo comparison would be like Cafe with like Dame, like that's never been a thing. Shout out to Esco.
Cafe.
Yeah, the Cafe hats. I love them joints, and like I can't wait to work. Like him and me been talking about getting some stuff together and like banging something out or whatever. But like,
what? Hold up.
Oh,
You said what?
getting some stuff together and banging out projects.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just had to make sure I reword things. That was good. You see how you bounced back from that?
they did.
So
Take notes.
yeah. Like shout out to my boy Esco. Looking forward to like knocking that out with him. And then, but like again, I just don't see like a lot of boys like really getting together and being like, yo, let's drop a collab, let's do a pop up together. But like a lot of it is like a not crab in a barrel. That's aggressive. Let's say every man for themselves type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But without stepping on other people at the same time. But I think if boys got together like they do in the film industry, right? Because like people who do film, like they all work together. Like they're sharing secrets and, you know what I'm saying? And they giving up like certain types of plugs, like, yo, where can I get this lens from and stuff like that? Or, like, yo, like what type of, I need these type of clients or whatever. And like they share clients and stuff. Like I've had folks who sent me commercial gigs and I sent them like music video stuff, right? Because like in case I wanted to do something corporate or vice versa, actually. So like, but like that doesn't happen in fashion, you know what I'm saying? No one's like, yo, like here's where I'm getting all my stuff from right now. Like, here you go. I think I had one person actually do that for me, like when I was really trying to get into it. Shout out to Lavish, because he gave me his plug out the gate or whatever. But I never like, I just decided to just start sewing at that point. So like, but he was the first and only person to be like any type of generous towards, you know what I'm saying, like towards me, because I was asking other dudes that was making stuff in the town, like, how you do this, how you do that, and motherfucker told me, yeah, man, you gotta go to school like I did. And I'm like, You gatekeeping information like that?
Right.
I'm trying to just learn how to work a sewing machine, player. Like, what are we doing right now?
What's your favorite brand or a designer that you look at like, wow, he's got it. Or she.
Nah. Sharon Barber.
Sharon Barber.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
He's an independent maker. He does like he's worked with like Nike and like other celebs and stuff like that. Like y'all remember like not the bulletproof vest, but like it was like a version of the vest where like it had like the little, it was like a little small little vest joint. It went over the shoulders. He made stuff for like Usher, Tiana Taylor. Like I got find it. But like
Is that a vest? It goes over.
It was like a bag. It was like a type of bag. I gotta find this drink.
Sounds expensive.
It was like because he would charge the client to buy their own bag, and then he's still gonna put his price on top of him having to make that piece, right? So like,
What the fuck?
Jeez.
yeah, and like I really just looked up to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like that sounds like that's how you supposed to do it.
It's like, yeah, because it's like buying the product and then paying someone to put this shit together.
I'm trying to find like
It's like hiring a roofer.
yeah,
And
something like that.
materials.
Something like that. So, like,
Are we saying this right? Or are we lost?
So, like, this is like pieces that he's made before, or whatever. Like, he would like get like LV stuff and then like chop it up. And I was like, I saw that and I'm like, oh, this is dope.
A little face mask up there.
Yeah, it came with a face mask.
I feel like I've seen Usher dance in that.
You probably have.
Probably have.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I look up to that dude. Sharon Barber, let's see. So, yeah. I just thought the dude was dope. I mean, not necessarily like North Star, but like definitely inspiring when you start seeing like, oh, like you can do other things with this material and like just stuff I haven't thought of myself.
Any people up and coming that you're like, wow, this person's going places. Do you pay attention to it?
You know, not really.
Because you're like in a different field, like
'cause-
compared to like the Living Bees and the
Yeah.
FYP.
That's more
and
like
the-
designs that you're
like
putting
that's
on
just a
clothing,
logo
right? Yeah,
on
it's a
clothing.
logo on clothes.
Right, and not to say like I still think they put effort into what
Yeah.
they do. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
to the
Like,
quality for sure. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, but like, yeah, I've been into this bespoke type of lane for a while now, and it just seems to appeal to my customer base like real hard, right? Because like the idea of like custom shoes is dying is from what I'm seeing. Like, you know, like the cats that's out here making like just like bespoke you know, Jordans and stuff like that, right? So I was just like, oh, because I was gonna do that. Like I bought like the sewing machine to learn how to make sneakers and all that other stuff, and I was just like everybody's doing this. I need to be different.
Have you seen the videos of like overseas where they make the fake Jordans in mass production?
Yeah.
You seen
And
that? Those videos?
They come up on
Crazy.
They come up on Instagram as a sponsored post, man.
Yeah,
Like,
what the
I'm
fuck
like,
is that?
When they came out with those black and blue and white fragment joints
Yeah.
or whatever, when the Heyman did them drinks, like he like to see his work get like counterfeited was like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And
Shout out to the Heyman.
right next to each other, if you don't know, you can't fucking tell, dude. Some of these sneakers.
No.
Unless you're
I mean, unless you're you and you got the flashlight with your phone up.
there's certain cats
I,
who do,
like me,
real
someone like me,
Laces.
I wouldn't be able to
No,
tell.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't be
I
able to
wouldn't.
tell.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't
this
at
cat's
all.
out here like making like faux LV stuff and selling it for like real bread right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, how can you go to sleep at night knowing that you just robbing people? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it feels like to me. But like that, and then seeing that made me not want to do that, right? So like, I had bought a bag or whatever, bought an LV bag, like I think it was like a Keep All 45. Spent like $5 on it, and then like we made a bunch of pieces out of it, and then we sold them. Whatever, but like it like even after the selling of them, like it didn't feel like I did anything special because I'm like I used someone else's material. I used, you know, like it might have been my design, but like like y'all only liked it because of the logo on it. So like where how far does that get me? Because that means if I created anything behind that or whatever that was just like it, and I set it next to it, like, so this is LV, and then your brand is great value now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm not about to take that's an L. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped selling that.
That's a good
like
way to
remakes
think about
and
it.
stuff like that.
You came to that realization, though. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. So, you know, just been focusing on just, like I said, I want to do education. I just want to teach people what y'all getting into, and I also want folks to stop thinking that LV is the cream of the crop or like any of these big brands. I'm like, yo, like the hood makes everything cool. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we enjoy, that we like, and how we like it, we did it first. You know, like, and then like it gets sold back to us through like, you know, these European companies and stuff like that, and then we're like, yeah, that's the new shit. I'm like, no, like you did it. Why are you buying it back?
Is there real craftsmanship put into those things, or is it just a name like most people say at the end of the day?
So that's a good question, right? So like brands like Hermes, brands like LV, I'm not 100% on Gucci, but brands like Dior, like they actually do like handcraft bags, right? So like, let's say you wanted a Birkin bag, right? Birkin bag, like depending on the size of it, that bag is 36 hours that you put into that bag, all handcrafted. No machinery touches a Birkin bag, and it's generally made by specific artisans, right? So like they're not even considered just like, oh, you make bag. Like, no, these are artisans. Like these, like it's a process. It's a real talent to be, and a privilege to be able to make those pieces, and like that level of craftsmanship is what it is, and like I think to an extent it deserves the price tags that you get when you buy those bags, right? Hence why like you can't just show up to Hermes and be like, yeah, I want to get a Birkin. They're gonna look at you like, I don't care. Like I'm not selling you that. Like you need permission to buy. You need an invitation to buy a Birkin bag. Like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And
Really?
then, and even to qualify for the invitation, I think you still have to spend like a minimum of $10,000 before they even consider you. So think about that, right? So
It's like paying for a college application.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You might
Like
not get into.
Like, listen, you spent the bread, you
Right?
still not even guaranteed to get that bag. And then when they sell you the bag, right, they don't let you pick what colors you want. They be like, this is what you have available to you right now. Like, so it could be like green, gray, and red.
Man.
And you don't like none of those colors. You want purple.
Sounds like an underground casino type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so all you people with running around with Birkin bags out there,
How'd you get it?
we're on to you.
Yep.
Now,
You ain't getting no goddamn invitation.
so they do have like resales, right? So they have like the very expensive version of like a Let Go, or you know, like McCurry or whatever have you. Like they have like the
You said let go, like
the brand, like it's like
the app.
yeah, Let Go app or whatever. Like
Okay.
they have like resale apps. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I can't think of the exact name or whatever. And then there's also people who like go out and like they get the bag, they buy the bags off of other people who actually own them, and it comes with like authenticity papers and stuff like that. And then they you know,
Those things can be falsified too, though.
Candy.
I mean, but like generally people who are selling those drinks, like they can honestly like identify, like, you know, like they can authenticate the bag themselves. Yeah. Right. So
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be buying a Birkin bag. If you
Some
can.
people are stupid, man. Like,
of course, I mean you can go New York City right now. And
Bought
go
a
cop
Birkin
you
from a bitch.
Birkin off the block, boy.
bought a Birkin from a bitch.
Woo!
Bought a Birkin from a bitch.
Tell him.
I put a Birkin from a bitch. Put like 20 in this shit. You know what I mean? Like 20 what? You ever know when rappers do that shit?
Put 20 in this shit.
Like 20 in this shit. Like
Definitely 20 grand. 20 grand
Sounds
up in that bitch.
20 something.
20 something, but it
20
sounds
something.
cool. It sounds cool as shit. So you're like, yeah, man, whatever you got in there.
Keeps the
is-
mind wondering.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is good shit.
it's art.
Yeah.
It's art.
This is art, and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. What's been up with y'all though? Like, what's the next
Man.
move for y'all boys?
We just, you know, we here, you know, here at Hammersmith Studios. We there.
Dame, you still playing football, Dame?
Religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
man don't quit.
That's where I met Dame, by the way. We all
Yeah.
met
Jive.
Dame. playing
So
football.
what's going on
I
with
didn't
that?
like you or you when I met y'all.
Oh,
You guys-
man.
Opposite teams or
Yeah, we was on opposite teams.
I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk hella shit to
Yeah,
them.
they
So much
yo,
shit.
they would score and be like too easy, and I'm like,
I do it right in his face.
that was Tony.
No, that was me.
him.
You want to know why? Because this fucking guy would sack. He would sack me every fucking game, bro. Every time he played, he'd have like 2-3 sacks. Because he's fucking little fast motherfucker off
against
the
me.
line, and I'm running for my life. So every time I would score on him, he first said it. First of all, he would sack me and he'd go too easy.
I don't remember that being
Yeah,
a thing.
he's talking
Like,
shit. And then every time after that, I made sure I said that shit
These
back.
flag football games get serious.
Yeah.
And then we
So-
joined forces.
Yeah, we joined for because I was playing with like some other childhood friends or whatever, and none of us was familiar with like flag too much. Like I was a little bit, but I was the only person with some type of experience. And then fucking like I went to like Epic, like, and I've been going to Epic since I was like, I want to say
Let's
13.
let's be honest. These guys were the Warriors, and you were Kevin Durant, and they recruited you.
No,
No.
we weren't the Warriors.
Not even close.
Wasn't that at all?
Because I was playing I was playing for this team called the Braves, and I already had rings. So
We weren't the Warriors. Those were the Patriots there. They were the Patriots.
We were the Bills.
yeah,
Yeah, we were the Bills. Like
and I was
before that guy.
and then I was like Bledsoe coming through like at the end.
I don't know about all that, but like just just relax. No, I'm just kidding. What?
No, are we?
So-
I'm sorry. Are we getting the team back together? Like,
Hey, you're just gonna put me on the spot.
Yo,
huh?
I've denied other people for the January session just on the premise thinking that y'all was coming.
I told you
through.
what's up, so set it up.
Like, well, I gotta do it.
It can't be me.
All these niggas, like, and I gotta do it.
You should
Hey.
fucking set it up. You
I can't even play.
me?
You can't play.
nah, he's because he goes out of town Monday through Friday.
Doing what?
He's a
Out here
traveler.
Traveling.
Yeah.
Travel technician.
A travel technician?
Yo, Bert flew private
Yo, I was about to.
the other day. Like
minute,
I
wait a
saw
minute.
him.
It wasn't
Yeah.
private at all.
Nah, bro,
Man,
he
was
was
it a
flying
private
private. He had
jet?
a-
Is this you on the
Yeah,
It was
plane?
more like
Cigar.
somebody private's right on my back.
It sounded like he was buying a bag. It sounded like he was
Wait,
buying a bag
what?
on the plane.
Wait a minute, you had privates on your back, bro?
Basically, we was that close.
Who's
Yeah,
privates?
it was like the plane was small as hell.
It was like one of them planes that goes
No,
on like
they put
icing
like
nigga was
expedition.
flying
eight
southeast.
passenger plane.
Southeast.
Bert had his legs wrapped around the pilot.
I did. I was hugging a lady in front of me. I was like, it's gonna be all right, and I was hugging her with my knees.
Man sitting next to the pilot.
Yo, how you flying Frontier discount? Like, what is it? Like,
Bruh, nah, it's because New Hampshire ain't have an airport. So from New Hampshire, they got this little airport that takes them to Boston, which is the main airport. So that's where everybody like fly out.
It's like a shuttle.
Basically, he was like, yo, the lady asked him, so where y'all go from here? She's like, oh, we go back to Lebanon, and then we come back to Boston, and then we go back to Lebanon, then we go
Tennessee?
back to New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Oh,
Lebanon
How
sound
you
like a
get
different
clearance
country.
from
there's a Lebanon.
Lebanon, New Hampshire. It's mad different Lebanon.
Lebanon, I thought this motherfucker was going across the country.
I thought it was
But
like
yeah,
Lithuania or
they
some
just keep
shit.
making that flight back and forth. It's like an hour flight, so they probably do that like somewhere
shit.
around 6-7 times a day. I'm assuming.
How many people were on that flight?
Like it was like 8. No, it was like 6.
it's like a
Nigga,
small ass
that's
plane with like one row on each
they got
side.
like
Yo, they have propellers on the side of that
stewardess?
motherfucker?
Yeah, it was basically like
One row.
And she's like, okay. She's like, everybody stay there. She's like, okay, you get on. And she looks at her and be like, all right, you get on right next to her. They got to know everybody weight, how much your bags weigh,
They had a balance
yeah,
on
everything, bro.
That sounds like more trouble than a regular.
No, it is. You
commercial.
just don't like. You don't just get on. You got to make sure they
getting drafted.
distribute everybody right.
It's just balance.
And then of course I got
because of the
this
weight.
this old white dude. He said, "Ha ha ha! You gonna have to sit next to me because he already knew what was gonna happen because he been on there. I'm like, all right, I get it. I'm gonna have to sit next to you. Shut the fuck up." and then I was like, immediately put my headphones on. I was not
man.
listening to this thing.
Did you share the
Yeah,
armrest?
huh?
Did you share armrest?
Were there
There is no
armrests?
armrest. It was the seat. It was literally
You
like
didn't have armrests,
No,
bro?
my man got
there
a plane
wasn't-
off the
it was
clearance
it was
shelf.
lawn
Like,
chairs.
bro. Bro, they literally almost were like lawn chairs. It was almost like a little flip chair.
They damaged you
Like,
out
it
of
was-
plane and
I'm
was
trying to
like,
think
gave it to you
about
at
what
a
it looked
discount?
like.
Like, what happened?
No lie, it looked like a smaller version of this chair, and the back folded down. It was literally a small chair. It wasn't no
So you
armrest.
flew back home,
Bro, when I
in a
hopped
movie
up,
seat.
I almost basically had to
You
crawl
flew
in.
back-
I was like this, like maneuvering around. The shit was small as hell. Like
My boy traveled on a Regal.
I had to like crab crawl like while I was on the plane, kind of
Did
like.
you have to sit
Yeah,
there
the
with your
Regal
arms
seat's giant
crossed?
fire now. though.
No.
Nah, it was like I
We're
had-
not talking RPX
like, since
Regal.
my
We're
knees
talking
went
old
around her
school
head,
Regal
bro.
with Kahuna.
So it wasn't like
still in there.
cramp,
Was
but
there emergency exits?
oh yeah, it was 3 emergency exits.
Three?
Yeah, there's one right next to the pilot, and then there's
And the
two
one
in
next to the other
basically
pilot, and the one you got in.
I'm gonna say basically the door we got in. I think it was one on the other side.
Bro, that sounds like.
Yo.
Yeah, how long was
It
the
was-
safety drill? Like 2 seconds?
I thought this was gonna be a luxury
Here,
story.
yo,
It turned into
we
survival
got
mission.
on. He said some shit.
Said good
It
luck.
was it was like
You on your own?
We're taking off in about 10 minutes.
it's basically just sit your ass down and chill. We got this.
Good luck.
And if you die, you should have made better life
Yeah,
decisions.
it's like, and it's funny because when I went into Boston, I was in the airport in Boston for like 9 hours. They kept pushing my flight back, and I didn't even know I was getting on one like that. I thought it was just going to be one of the smaller versions of the planes because that's how it usually is. And they canceled my flight, so I ended up just having to get a rental and then driving 2 hours to Boston. And when I come back, and I'm like, oh shit, and I see the airport, I'm like, oh my god! Like that's when I realized what kind of plane I was getting on. Once I got to the airport,
Like, you
it was
weren't scared?
It was a 2-gate airport. That's why. Yeah, and I was wondering like why they asked me my weight. I was like, I never had an attendant. She's like, oh yeah, bring your bags up here. And she's like, how much do you weigh? I'm like, the fuck does that matter?
All right, you're gonna sit here.
Why I gotta tell you that shit?
It's a weight limit.
I'm like, so I didn't even know until I was actually coming back home because they canceled my flight on the way in because of the weather. So I was like, but the only part that was a little different was landing because the whole plane, like you feel the whole plane just like tilt forward. I was like, oh, that felt like almost like the roller coaster. He tilt back a little bit, but
You can feel everything in the little
yeah, it's like it was just a completely different ride, kind of.
Was this
But
first
it was-
time like that?
In that type of plane, hell yeah, that was the first time. I was like, I was like, so yeah, I was like, I'll know for next time. But like usually, the smaller airports are just like the smaller plane, just like. I didn't think I would have to hop on like a
I got into a
8-passenger
plane like that once because the
Did you put
Green Bay.
25 cents into the plane before you got on it? That motherfucker take off.
The carry-ons actually like went into the fucking wing, like they had like this
wing.
yeah, like
strapped
where a
down
propeller
like
is.
Velcro?
It's like a,
what it is,
it's like a
it's
little,
a wing.
it's like a little fucking,
Like when you go camping and
like
shit.
a little pocket in the wing.
on your
And
car.
then lift up a little latch, and they put the little bags in there.
in the wing.
Nigga, this sound like some shit like
This sounds
they
like
fly in the
Jurassic Park
Amazon.
shit.
Bro.
Oh,
dope,
in the
though.
the
Like
actual
in a movie
airport.
when the guy has that
dope you survived.
suspect ass plane that you need to fucking get home.
Yeah,
and
get
shit.
That's
home.
basically what
He only got like one leg and one eye and like a half an arm.
It was weird, like the
together
act-
by tape.
in the actual airport when you walk in, like nobody just walks through TSA. Like when they open up, only people that walk through are the people that's about to get on a plane that's leaving. So everybody walks through, and then you got to sit down and wait for everybody to walk through. And then once you sit in there and make sure everybody's good, then they take you onto the plane. But it's like not like one of them drinks where like you walk in, check, and you walk through. It's like
Because they already thought you was gonna die before you got
Nah.
there. Niggas like,
It's because the airport is that small. They only have enough room for like 8 people in the little room they hold you in. It's almost it's. I want to say it wasn't even bigger than like your house. Honestly, the actual airport.
Wait,
hold on. Wait,
This actual airport was smaller than your house.
Wow. That's
Like the
crazy.
actual building, not the
it
the whole
sounded like
airport.
it was somebody's house.
I'm like, how you taking off?
I'm gonna left out the track.
That shit just goes.
somebody's backyard.
It was honestly almost like a regular office.
If they don't get enough speed to take off, all right, we're gonna circle back around.
We're trying this again.
No, they had like one.
Last time, guys,
They
it
had
took us
like
4 times. We'll
it
get
was
this done.
They had one of them ropes on like the plane, and they go around the pole, and they just swing the plane around until it take off, and just
Wait.
You got slingshotted off the.
yeah. That's how you lift off. You slingshot off the fucking pole.
No.
That does not sound safe at all.
Lying.
You're
No way.
slingshot off the thing.
He left on one of those planes. You got to pull back to make go forward. That's what that shit sound like.
Yo, that's
It was like the
sketchy
joints
as
when you
fuck.
come up
Hell
off
no.
the jet. It was like the little string that pull you. Slingshot.
Did they give you guys like parachutes when you guys got on too?
Hell no.
Yo, did your seats
life
even
vest
float?
on.
I'm about to say definitely wasn't. You said parachutes? No.
No,
I'm
I
about to
bet
say
you your seats didn't even float on that bitch. They was
Float?
like-
Nah,
yeah,
it was
like
no
if
floats in
we-
that
You went straight to the bottom.
Hell no, that joint crash. You done. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit.
No airbags coming down. No.
Honestly, bro, it's like you. It's nothing. It's like if that shit crash, it crash.
Paper plane airlines.
That's
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Sorry.
It's all right.
I mean, we all have our moments.
Yeah.
We all have our
Too many.
moments. So, I mean, I hope we all get to play again together because like it was fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Angel. Angel's gonna be.
I'm not trying.
He's not on the road anymore.
You ball?
He does ball. He can play. Yes, he can.
I wouldn't get injured.
No, he wouldn't.
I would tear something.
I feel like you
go
would
through that.
I feel like you would tear something more. You'd have more of a chance in basketball than you would.
I feel like I'd have to
flag
train
football.
for at least 2 months before getting.
2 months.
You should see
I
some
haven't
of the
played-
competition that stepped on that field, and we've like felt bad about beating them. Like,
I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, we're not getting on the field with fucking fit D1 athletes.
no, I mean, it depends. If you go to comp now, those are there now. Some of those are there now, and it is a different
The
level.
last time I went to one of your games, which had to be like 10 years ago.
I'm almost sure I saw you.
I was sitting on a bench, like the bleachers watching. Maybe it's a long time ago.
I don't think that was my team. That was Joseito's team.
It was your team.
Definitely
Yeah,
played
I came
against
to one of
him
your
a few
flag football
times.
games, and the opposing team was running plays, like real plays.
Yeah, we ain't
It's
doing
probably
none
the
of that
Braves.
shit.
That's when I was.
I don't think
whooping
I'm
their
ready for
ass.
all that.
That's-
That was probably the Braves.
yeah,
I think the Braves were the only team that really ran legit plays back then.
And we
Like, they were
still-
organized
and
as
we
fuck.
still do.
Hey,
But
I mean,
he's-
we ran plays after a
Eventually.
while.
A while.
After getting some chemistry and actually people wanting to listen to each other.
not trying to
Started
fight
doing
every
plays.
game.
Right.
You guys got a playbook?
Yeah.
Now, Tito's just
Yo,
just call it as you go.
Just however I see it.
yo, if Tito had a playbook, like a real set of plays that he knew, like for real.
I mean,
for
there's a
real,
set of plays I remember in my head, but there's a lot of stuff I feed off of. Like guys, like he'll tell me certain things are.
Yo, I do miss being
Open
able to
and-
like call routes in Spanish.
You know
That
what I
used
mean?
to be the shit.
He'll call out some shit in Spanish.
He taught me how to call out routes. I was
You
just
know what I
like,
mean?
and
So,
I'm like,
like-
yo, this is funky. I like this
Garbanzo.
just a bunch of lefts, rights, outs,
Left, rights.
ins.
Yeah. But
But it was dope. It worked and it was important. You know,
so
We definitely got to get the team back.
we had a winning
Who else?
season that Tito didn't get to participate.
We
in.
right before we finished, we just got brand new jerseys. We literally got brand new jerseys using from one season, and then
still got your jersey?
COVID
I got a
happened.
jersey.
Yeah, you do. Stop lying.
Wow,
I haven't seen it. I don't even know what it
he
looked
threw
like.
that shit out. We gave one to you and the Jaws.
I ain't get no jersey there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did, bro. You're in the.
Oh, I do have a wait. Is that from y'all though?
Yeah, it is. It's a Nike joint.
Says name, and you got the number and your last name on the back.
I do. I actually got that picture. I got a picture in that jersey.
Exactly.
We only
That's how I
used
know
them
you
for
have
one
it.
season, and then COVID happened.
For
And
like
COVID
one
happened.
game. Like, 'cause
No, it was the.
yeah, it was towards the end of the season. I think it was like maybe 1 or 2 games we got to use the jerseys.
definitely do have that jersey.
I actually don't think I was
So
playing in that
Dame,
league.
Yeah, you were.
where can they
I
follow
don't
you,
remember
man?
these jerseys.
You can follow the shop at shop.dameav. And then you can follow me at Dame_digital. And yeah, I mean, we post, as frequently as possible. And we, like I said, I just look forward to just being able to just be able to show y'all just what's happening, like what is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, I think if we can start to look inward for luxury, I think we would be much better off, even as a community, and then as a people, right? So like, I look
inward for luxury.
Yeah, because we created it anyway. It's not even considered cool until we do it, right? I mean, stop me when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, why wait for it to get sold back to us when we can just get it right here out of the ground, like right out the dirt, like it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a huge proponent of just like fucking went the local, you know what I'm saying? Like, or it doesn't even have to be Buffalo local, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got like homies in like Oakland and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying? Like they make their own stuff out there, and I'm like, yo, that's what we need to be doing anyways, you know, especially when it comes like to being able to support like your local communities, and you know what I'm saying? Like the idea of being able to feed yourself and your family with something that you thought about or you did with your own hands, that you didn't have to, you know, ask permission to come work at. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing. And I think, you know, that's something that should be embraced.
Yes.
You know?
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you for coming, Dame.
Yeah, man.
It was a pleasure.
You seen the bags. You seen the parka.
Yes.
I felt the wallet. You get what you pay for.
Yes. It's not genuine leather, I'll tell you that.
No, it's
not pleather. It's not faux.
That shit.
It's
it is
not
top grain. It is top
genuine.
grain, full
It's
grain
not that
leather.
fugazi shit.
It's that lion leather.
DameAv.com. Dame, thanks for coming. Please like and subscribe on the video. Ring the bell for the notifications. Follow us on all the platforms, wherever you get your podcast from. Check out the merch, wholethoughtstore.com. Most importantly, have a great weekend. Stay swell.
Stay swole.